Hi, this is Roxanne Batson, and I wanted to give you a quick overview of the All in Learning software. First of all, the software is in the cloud. That means that it's all taken care of by All in Learning, so there's no tech support needed. And in addition, your teachers can log in from absolutely anywhere so they can upload assessments at home and then give the assessments at the school. All the teacher does is to log in with their own individual account, and administrators have an account that overviews everyone's account. You can see here that we make it easy for them to learn. If they've forgotten how to use it, for example, with the bubble sheets, there's step 1, step 2, and step 3, so that it is easy to use. And literally, I have trained teachers in less than an hour, and they're ready to go with students loaded and assessments ready to give. You can also use it with the clickers on the fly. If you want to use the clickers to call on students, you can do that. It's a random student generator. So there's many ways to use this with PowerPoint, ExamView, and a lot of other ways, including your existing paper test. Now, the first thing a teacher does is loads their classes. The administrator loads up all of the students from your student database. You can add in a new class, and once the teacher starts typing the last name, it's intuitive. It shows everyone by that last name. You select the correct one and move on. So in less than a minute, you have populated your classes. Now, you can also print bubble sheets from here. They come with this, and it's absolutely free. We recommend that you probably laminate those bubble sheets just so that you can be green. You don't have to print them again and again. And you can also send questions to student devices as well as to the clickers from here. Now, if we go over here to lessons and assessments, let's say that a teacher wants to use this on the fly during class. That's great. They just click error on the fly. But let's say that they want to put in their paper test, they want to give it to the students, but they want it to be auto-graded. Well, all they have to do is put in the answer key. That's it. And they can add standards if they like. They can also create lessons here if they'd like, as well as use their existing PowerPoints, and all they do is just change a slide or two into a question slide, and it's an instant assessment. You can use your exam view, and you can even create your own item banks. Now, once you have given an assessment, this is the best thing. You get instant results. I want to show you the results of an assessment. Let's say that one of your students missed the assessment, though. You can reactivate it the next day, and that student's data will go in with everyone else. You can also add standards after the fact if you haven't added them up front. So it's very easy to use. Now, this is an assessment that we give, and let's say that we sent kids home with a paper test. They use their bubble sheets, and this was their homework. They come in the next day, run that underneath the document camera, which I'll show you in a minute where to go to see the results of that, and you get instant results. You can see at a glance exactly what to do. You can match up your students and do peer-to-peer teaching. There's many ways to use this data. You get instant feedback from students by standard, by item analysis. You can see by standards which to focus on and which you no longer have to work on because they've mastered it. Now, don't you think that your teachers would be more effective if they have the data to know exactly where they should focus? That's what we're finding. In fact, student results are coming in at 10 to 38% better after just a few weeks of using this. Now you can see here, if you give a common assessment, you can see the teacher's score compared to the campus, compared to the district. So there's a lot of ways to use this, but this is one of my favorite. We call this a mastery process, and this is using this as a daily teacher tool. Let's say that you use the clickers during the day just to assess and review what the students didn't get. You can add the standards afterwards. So there's my clickers that I've used for just quick on-the-fly questions. And then let's say that I send them home with homework back at the chapter quiz. They come back in and we have that auto-graded the next morning. Now I want to give them a pop quiz with my clickers again, and it's auto-graded, and then I've got my assessment at the end of the week with a paper assessment. Now I want to do this for a couple of weeks. I'm using this, as you can see, almost daily, and I aggregate the selected. Well, now I have a way to monitor progress. I immediately know that we are making progress. When we started, we were at 57%, and now we're at 79%. We still got a ways to go, but we're doing pretty well on making progress. I can also look at the student analysis, and I can look at the value added analysis. This is how much are we increasing each week. It's a great way to use this system. It's a daily teacher tool, and I can't wait for your teachers to learn it. Thanks for being here. And by the way, if you would like to see the results of the real-time scanning, which is using the bubble sheet, I want you to see it right here at allandlearning.com/real-time. Thanks so much for being here, and I'll see you soon.